Alright, today I'm reviewing the Ibanez RG5121 Burgundy Metallic Prestige. I'm gonna go over how it feels to play, how it sounds, and if it's worth it. And then at the end I'm gonna give you a full mix demo song. So before we begin, I'm not sponsored to say any of this. I'm not famous, I'm not like a virtuoso or like some amazing guitarist. I'm just some guy on the internet who likes guitars. So my goal is to just give some helpful information, okay? So let's jump right into it. So I've wanted a fixed bridge Prestige for a long time now, and this one is a demo model, so I got it for like a few hundred off. So far I've been pretty impressed. I had to give it a setup, you know, just adjust the neck action, stuff like that for the humidity, temperature, all that. And I have to say it feels pretty good. It's a pretty decent weight. Like, it's mahogany, but it's not the heaviest. I'd say it's more like a middleweight feel to it. Overall, it feels pretty solid. You know, there's no moving parts here. You've got the simple tuners up here, no string tree, thank goodness. It does have the locking tuners, which I'm personally a fan of. You know, all the typical modern super strat specs, so I won't dwell on those too long. You know, you've got the ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, which personally I'm a fan of. If you're not a fan of them, that's okay. You know, these are tools. Really, it comes down to how they feel when we're playing it. It's got the mahogany body. The flat paint does get some wear marks from your playing, which is like pretty much all flat paint. Fixed bridge feels pretty good on the palm. It's got the Fishman Fluence Moderns. It's got the voice switch right here and a three-way switch. It's what you'd expect. Here's a view of the back for you. So does the voice change really matter that much? Does it make a difference? If you're playing it alone by itself, you can hear the difference between the two, but in a mix, it's a bit more buried or hidden. The average listener is not going to be able to hear the difference. For me, I always just keep it in the like voice one, the active mode or whatever, and it fits in my mixes just fine. The control layout is pretty simple. You know, you've got your tone, your volume, everything is within reach. It doesn't really get in the way, the volume I mean. Restrings are very nice on this because there's no floating bridge to have to worry about and to keep on tuning and retuning. I have a bunch of RGs with floating bridges and I've blocked like half of them or most of them or something, just because like personally I'm not a whammy player too much. So it's easy to restring, pretty easy to set up too. You've got direct mounted pickups with the tiny little Phillips screws, no surprises there. And other than that, you've just got your typical truss rod cover from Ibanez. It's not the fancy sliding one, unfortunately, but it's pretty easy to remove. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty straightforward guitar that feels nice to play if you like Ibanez. You know, you've got your forearm carve right here, so it's that typical RG feel. The edges are a bit more squared off, so it doesn't quite feel like a Stratocaster, which has the more rounded edges. But I do like this because it tends to stay on my leg in the same place better whenever I play sitting down. It doesn't like slide around a bit. Now here's the thing, the construction on this particular model, this one right here, is pretty good. There's nothing wrong with the neck or anything. But I've noticed on the Prestige models these days, the neck or neck pocket can have some gaps and the neck can be basically in the wrong direction or like tilted or twisted or something. Like, it might be hard to see from here, but there is a gap in the neck pocket on the treble side for this one. Meanwhile, on the bass side, it's pretty flush. Some of my RGs, it has space in between on both sides, and on one of them, the neck is just too far this way and the treble side string falls off when you play. It's really annoying. So if you're looking to get one of these, make sure you can see pictures and make sure the treble side string, the high E string, isn't too far close to the edge of the neck, because otherwise you're going to be stuck with it. And it's really annoying to play, especially if you're trying to shred and like you might move the string a bit. Like if you practice a lot and you're in the zone, it's not really a problem, but if you're playing like live or you're like stressed or nervous about something, it's gonna come off. So on this guitar, it's fine, but just watch out for that if you're looking for one of these, or a Prestige in this price point even, which is really unfortunate. Like, I got an RG655 Prestige in 2013, and that neck, it's like in the perfect place, it's flawless. That neck actually feels a bit thinner than this. My J Custom 2, this neck, it's still Ibanez thin, so it's a very thin neck to play, but it feels like they've really dialed in the right mix of thinness and thickness, so it doesn't really fatigue your hand too much to play. Like if you're used to like a thick, like baseball bat neck, like obviously this is a non-starter, like a wide, thin, flat shredder type of neck. But it is a good compromise. Like, it doesn't feel too bad to play thumb over the neck with. So getting to the point, is this guitar worth it? Well, I got lucky that this is a good one, and I did get this one with demo savings. I don't really care if there's like little scratches or wear marks on it, because I'm gonna put those on anyway. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But if I paid full price for this, would it be worth it? Maybe. Like, an expensive guitar is going to be better than a cheaper guitar, right? Like, better materials, better quality of wood, better electronics, all that stuff. More attention to detail, no sharp frets or anything. A more expensive guitar is going to be better, but at what point you got to ask yourself, are there diminishing returns where it's not worth it? Like, I could record and play a song with this guitar, or I could play like a song with one of the like mid-tier Ibanez's. Would the audience be able to like know or hear the difference? Probably not. Or maybe if I played like an LTD, would the audience know or hear the difference? No. And I would save some money by buying a cheaper guitar too. Of course, with cheaper guitars, it's more likely something might go wrong. Things can go wrong on expensive guitars too, but on a cheaper guitar, it might like hurt more to play. Like the action, you might not be able to get it low enough. It might like have more susceptibility to buzz and interference. The frets might be sharper. You might need to do work on that. So it's like a balance. So is it worth it? I'd say if you can get one at a discount, it's definitely worth it. If it's full price and it's in your price point and this is what you want, this is what you want, I'd say go for it, but also consider the alternatives too. Like there's the LTDs, there's the ESP, the E2s. I think some of those have stainless steel frets now. Not sure if that's your jam. Solars are cheaper and you can still get one with stainless steel frets. Even and with Fishman influence pickups too, and it would be a little bit cheaper. It's just it wouldn't be made in Japan, it would be made in Indonesia, if that matters to you. So this guitar is objectively better just because it's like higher quality. But at the end of the day, if you get something cheaper that works and there's like nothing wrong with it and it's resonant enough and you enjoy playing it, do you really need to get the top dollar guitar? So that's what I have to say about this guitar. The full mix demo is coming up next. In the meantime, be sure to do all the good YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, print it out, join the Discord. Patreon's a thing too. I've got guitar tabs on there. Check out my other videos if you like. I talk about guitars. I do a lot of cover songs. I do like video game music a lot, but I have some other songs too. And yeah, peace.